Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to Oculus Occulta. Today we're going to do a quick reading on the question, are they mad at me? This reading is timeless, so whenever you find it, you can use it to help guide you as you move through any situation. There are going to be 4 piles today, and I've listed the timestamps for them in the description for this video, as well as in a pinned comment in the comment section below. If you'd like to just jump into your reading, feel free to do so now. However, if you'd like to stick around for the introductory spiel, then I have a few disclaimers to get through very quickly. First off, please keep in mind that this and all other tarot readings on this channel are for fun and entertainment purposes only and should not be misconstrued as advice of any kind. I cannot determine your destiny. I can only read energies, and group tarot readings such as this one will prompt general answers. Remember that the future is in your hands. You have the power to manifest what you want, and all decisions in your life should be made by you, not any one tarot reader, whether that be online or in person. Please also be on the lookout for scammers in the comments of this and all other spiritual channels here on YouTube as well as on TikTok. I will never ask you for your personal information, and I do not solicit readings. If someone asks to perform a reading for you under my name, they are a scam account and should be blocked and/or reported immediately. I will never message you first on any platform. Currently, I am not booking personal readings. However, donations are always welcome, and the information necessary to send any donations my way will be in the description box below. It should go without saying that donations are never mandatory, and they should only be given if you feel strongly called to do so. If you would like to find me on other social media platforms, all of those links will be in the description box below. And if you are interested in any of the decks or other items I have used in this video, the Amazon affiliate links will be provided for you in the description box below as well. Amazon affiliate links provide a small commission to me on any and all purchases you make through the link I provide at no additional cost to you. It is one way to help support the channel if you feel called to do so. And now, without further ado, let us begin the reading. Again, our question is, are they mad at me? So for the pile selection, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Go ahead and think about the question. Take a few deep breaths and concentrate on the question and the outcome that you would like. Remember that your destiny is always in your hands. If you don't like the answer you hear today, don't despair and don't worry. Stay calm and remember you can change it. Tarot reads current energies and will show us the most likely outcome of the path that we are on today. If you don't like what the cards have to say, you can always change that path and change the outcome. With that being said, I hope you do, in fact, get the answer you're looking for. Let's begin. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You chose the King of Swords in reversed, and right off the bat, I would say that this person probably was mad at you. Whoever you're asking about could be a male or a female, but it looks like it's a masculine energy. When we talk about masculine or feminine energy, we're not necessarily talking about a man or a woman. We're talking about the dominant energy at the time. Normally, the King of Swords upright is someone who is logical and doesn't use their emotions. But when they do have emotions, they tend to be rather cold and cruel. And they think they're doing that from a space of logic and rationality. But in reality, many of the things that they say, especially if they're in the reverse position, a lot of what they say comes off as incredibly cruel, thoughtless, callous, and they might be doing that on purpose. Whereas if it was upright, they might just be thinking, okay, well, I'm just speaking the truth, and if you get hurt, I'm sorry you get hurt. That's just how it is. So the cold energy that they were putting out, it's starting to thaw out. You might be starting to calm down, he or she. But yeah, it looked like at a certain point in time, there was a little bit of anger, resentment about whatever situation perhaps aimed towards you, or whatever it is that you were discussing or maybe had a fight about. So let's keep going. Okay, I'm trying to stay in frame here. Again, I'm seeing a little bit sword heavy. There's already 3 swords. Here, this could be a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. It could be a very close friendship or a close relationship, let's say brother, sister, mother, daughter, family member, any family member, somebody you were very close to. It might feel like that relationship is broken now based on whatever argument that was there. And it seems like it was pretty bad. It was pretty heated. Probably a lot of hurtful words were said. You might have at the time felt stabbed in the back. They might have felt the same way. There was a smugness about whoever felt they won the argument. Okay, so you won the argument, but at what cost? Did you hurt the feelings of the other person? I'm really getting the idea that whatever was said, either by you or by them, was extremely hurtful. And there might have been some satisfaction in the moment when the person said it, maybe hitting below the belt and feeling like, okay, well, I got them. But now the feelings have turned into, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. I did not want to hurt this person. They might be in a state of, maybe I can't repair this relationship. Things were very, very bad, very, very heated. The Devil card here in this context tells me that this person has a fiery temper. They tend to not necessarily care if they hurt somebody in the moment, but perhaps when they calm down, they realize that shouldn't have been said. I shouldn't have done that. In the context of the question, are they mad? It looks like they are not necessarily still angry, but there are some harsh feelings about the situation. I don't see it necessarily directed towards you, but let's pull some more cards and see. Okay, it's not in frame. So all of these cards here are in the reverse. There's 2 things about that. First, it could be the energy of moving towards you, especially with an apology, is blocked. It could also be that this person is not feeling in their element at the moment. It could take some time before they come and apologize or try to speak to you about the situation. I don't necessarily see that they're not in communication with you through the cards, but it could very well be that you guys are not on speaking terms, because if you're asking, are they mad at me? This is probably not something that you can necessarily ask them directly, either because you guys have blocked each other, have stopped talking, or things are a little bit tense between you two. This person does realize that in the heat of the moment, they were a little too aggressive. They are thinking about how to ground themselves, how to apologize, that they do need to apologize. But they're not necessarily in that space right now where they feel comfortable enough to come towards you. The cards right now, as they stand, again, majority in reverse, this person is not in a mental state of wanting to come towards you, wanting to take action per se. They're a little bit guarded. They're really sitting and thinking about the situation. They do have a sense and feeling that they're in the right about the situation. However, they still want to come towards you, get out of the cold, break any sort of silence. And they are thinking, okay, well, we do need to talk about this. So in terms of their feelings at the moment, I would say that they're not happy about the situation, but they're not necessarily angry towards you. I don't see an anger that's directed towards you. I see a little bit more of calming down from a very stormy situation, a very fiery temper, maybe a bad argument or whatever had happened between you two. They're now calming down. They do still think they're right. They do still feel as though, again, like I was saying, this card is the same as this one here, where this person kind of has a smug look on his face, but he's hurt the other two people. In this card here, one of them is crying in the distance, right? So this person still thinks that they're in the right. They said what they said, and the meaning behind what they said. They still stand by that, but perhaps the delivery was a little too cruel. And they do regret that. They do regret that. Right now, they're not sure of what to say or how to come towards you. It doesn't feel like they necessarily want to apologize, but they do believe that they should have some grace. And if that's what it takes to mend the situation between you two, they will consider that. But it will take them some time because, again, right now they still think they're justified in much of what they said to you. Let me pull out a couple more clarifiers. Okay, they will come towards you eventually. This is a card of taking time. It's going to take some time, and they're willing to work to mend the relationship, to mend the friendship, to mend whatever it was that had gone awry here. So it's not going to be quick. It's just not going to be quick. I think they really have to think it over. Once they get over the idea that they were right and see that it's not about right and wrong, it's about better communication. Once they get to that point and they balance out, and I don't even want to say their feelings because this person is not particularly emotional other than to say they might have a temper, but they're pretty practical and logical overall, which is why they think they're correct. They think they weighed everything out. And so they believe they're doing or they said the right thing. But when they think about it even more, when they balance it out, really think about it and consider your feelings, because here the water is behind him. He's not looking at it, but it is there. And if you think about it, if he's standing by the ocean, you can hear the water. So he knows that there are some emotions that he needs to address, both, and I say he because there's a lot of masculine energy here, but it could be he or she. But this person recognizes that they need to address some of the emotional aspects of the situation, both from your perspective and from theirs. Balance that out, and they will likely come and discuss their part in this situation. So as it stands, no, they're not mad at you. And if they were mad at you, right now they're not. Right now I do not see that they're angry with you or have some resentment against you. That's not what they're feeling right now. They're feeling just that awful feeling of, I wish they would see my point of view. I'm right. Maybe I shouldn't have delivered it that way. And yeah, I probably said some things I shouldn't have, and I'm gonna apologize about that. But I wish, pile one would see what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, this person will come towards you. They'll more than likely apologize if they feel that that's necessary, which it looks like they do. They do feel like, to be fair, they do need to apologize. And it'll take some time from the time that you watch this. Again, this is timeless. But it will take a little bit of time for them. So don't expect it tomorrow, but they will come towards you and want to discuss this. Don't be surprised if they say, well, you know what I said, I was right. Try to be gracious when they come towards you if you want to mend that relationship, and let them know, okay, we can discuss it, and I want you to know that I want to fix this relationship or friendship or partnership or whatever it is. I do want to mend it, and I want to do it in a calm, rational, fair way. So what can we do to work towards that? And I think that's all I have for you, pile one. It looks like the answer is no, they're not mad at you. They do see their part in the situation, and they're working towards analyzing and assessing those feelings in such a way that they will eventually come and speak to you about it. Okay, so that's all I have for you. I hope that gave you some clarity and some peace. Please let me know if you'd like to give me some of the context about what they might be upset about, or if you guys did have a falling out or an argument. I would appreciate some context. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next one. Best of luck to you. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. So we are trying to answer the question, are they mad at me? And you chose the Six of Swords, which is a card about going to calmer waters. So this is somewhat similar off the bat to pile one, where in pile one, the person that we were asking about seemed to have been cooling off to the point where they're no longer angry. Now here, this is a similar vibe where the chaos of emotion, these people might seem kind of sad and nostalgic almost as they're moving to calmer waters. So it seems like this person is thinking about the situation and their emotions are being tempered. They're starting to calm down. So they're moving towards leaving anger, resentment, or emotional volatility behind them. So let's put that here and see what else the cards have for us. So I'm seeing a lot of words having been said, and in the future, a lot more words will be said again. So if you guys are not in communication currently, they will be speaking to you quickly, pretty soon. So whoever this is, they're generally a pretty optimistic person, because the cards here are pretty bright, and there's a lot more action than with the wands than the swords. The swords are a little bit more sad, a little bit more thoughtful, someone who's really ruminating over something. But this person is not a ruminator. They're sort of the type of person that likes to talk. They're very chatty. They want to get to the bottom of the feelings. I don't see resentment, anger, or anything like this. I don't think that they're mad at you. I don't even think they're necessarily mad at the situation. To be fair, they're not happy about the situation. They're not thrilled of whatever it is you're asking about. Either the relationship was kind of rocky, things were not friendly between you two. There's a little bit of maybe sad memories associated with you or this situation. But I don't get the feeling that they're resentful, angry, or have any sort of harsh feelings. I see it more of like oh, I wish things were different. I wish I didn't say that, or I wish they didn't say that to me. I wish I could do something different. But it looks like you guys are still talking. If that's not the case, then you guys will be talking soon. Let's pull some more cards and see. Sorry if it's not in frame. I'm having an issue trying to keep everything in frame. So whatever relationship you have, whether this is a romantic relationship, a friendship, or a family member, the relationship is not over, okay? This person does not want to leave you. They do not want to walk away. They might just be a little bit upset and sad about the situation, but they are not mad at you. They're not mad. They're wondering now, how do we rebuild? How do we move forward? Normally, the Nine of Wands is about somebody whose defenses are up. This is in the reverse, which tells me, okay, they're ready to come towards you if they haven't already. They're ready to talk to you, to have a discussion, and a friendly discussion, by the way, a light, airy discussion. Maybe they might even joke about what was said. They're not taking this too hard. They're really not. And again, I like that death is here in reverse, because people always think, oh, death of the relationship, death of feelings, and that's not the case here. It's in reverse. Like, this person does not want to end anything. They're just a little bit sad, maybe a little bit disappointed, but they're not angry. They're wondering what exactly they can do or say to mend things between you two. There is a pause for reflection. They are thinking about the situation. They might even be worried that any sort of bond between you two, perhaps you might want to break it. They don't want to walk away from you, but they are worried that perhaps you want to walk away from them. And obviously they don't want that. They don't want this situation to break the bond that you guys have. Will they necessarily know what to say to make the situation better? Not really. They don't think that they'll know what to say, which is probably why they want to take a very light approach, maybe even a humorous approach. Sometimes when we don't know how to handle a situation, we kind of make a joke about it. So they might come in seeming like, oh, it didn't faze them and it didn't bother them, but this is only because they don't know how to approach the situation in a very serious way. They might prefer to keep things light and say, okay, well, let's just brush past this, let's move past it. They don't want to be bound by thoughts and harsh words. Like, whoever this person is, they don't handle tough emotions and negative thoughts very well. They don't like to be in that space. It makes them feel uncomfortable. They like to sort of have peace, have peace and quiet and friendly terms. They like friendly situations. And when they don't have that, they want to talk out of that situation. Sometimes it makes it worse, but I can see this person being a talker, someone who wants to do something and fix it. This person is very hopeful, very optimistic, just a positive, light, airy person. So yeah, in the context of the question, they're not angry at you. They're more concerned about, okay, well, how do we just forget about this? I'd like to just move on, forget about this. Let's just pretend this didn't happen. Can we not judge each other? Can we not be sneaky? Can we not be, having these resentful thoughts about each other behind each other's back? I don't feel that way about you. I don't want you to feel that way about me. Can we please just move on, right? They want to move forward, move on, and have something a little bit more peaceful with you. Let me pull some more clarifiers. Again, they want to put down their defenses. So again, they want to mend things. They don't like the toxic space. For them, it just feels really uncomfortable to have arguments or unfriendly words or unfriendly situations. They don't like this. So they're not putting any sort of blame on you. They're not upset with you. What they want is to move forward. They want to put their defenses down. I don't necessarily see an apology per se. I think they want to just sweep it under the rug and say, okay, you know, whatever happened, whatever we said, let's just move on. And they want to do this quickly. They want to move towards you quickly. This is a card of speed, as is this. So they want to get through this quickly. They want to reach out to you quickly. They might even still be talking to you right now. And if you see them thinking to yourself, wow, I wonder if they're still angry about the situation. Why are they not showing anything? It's because they're not holding resentment towards you or anything. They just want to make things good again. That's what they're looking for. So I think that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope that answered your question and gave you some clarity and peace. If you could give me some context and let me know if this resonated or not, I'd really appreciate it. Just let me know. Did you have a fight with this person? Did something happen? Does this describe them as being sort of like a light and airy type of person who wants to just sweep things under the rug? I'd appreciate any context that you could provide. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Good luck and bye-bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And the question today is, are they mad at me? And here, this page is offering something, but it's in reverse. A lot of times the pages, when I think about them, because they seem to be offering something, it's usually like an apology. It's somebody who's coming forward with something. So it could even be a physical gift. But right now that energy is blocked. So it tells me that if they want to apologize, or if they want to give you something, even if it's giving a message, they're hesitating. Based on this card alone, I wouldn't say that they're mad at you, but they are analyzing their feelings about the situation, and they are thinking, if they're going to approach you, how would they approach you? So let's keep going and see what we can find out. So this reading is not necessarily for romantic relationships. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship, any sort of partnership. It could even be family. So here I'm seeing somebody who really doesn't know what to do. There seems to be a theme of decision making here. So I don't know what decision they have to make or you have to make, but it looks like they need to make a decision about this situation. And you're wondering, are they going to be swayed by the emotion of anger when they make this decision? When you ask, are they mad at me? Perhaps the rest of that question is, are they going to make a decision based on whether or not they're mad at me? And I don't see anger or resentment here, which is really great because even the other two groups, you know, whatever feelings of resentment, anger, or whatever, they were coming out of it. This person doesn't seem to necessarily have that sort of feelings towards you. They just feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. And this decision requires a lot of thought and perhaps some communication with you. They don't want to make this decision alone. They don't. They want you to have a say in this decision that they need to make, but they feel like they can't reach you or they can't ask you your opinion. I don't know if you guys have blocked each other or are not on speaking terms. I'm going to have to pull more cards to sort of get that vibe, but right now they're in the space of, I don't want to make this decision alone. I want pile 3 to help me. I want pile 3 to be a part of this. I don't know if they want to be, but it does not seem thus far like they are coming from a space of anger. So they might feel like things are unfair. There's a lot of, again, scales. So this person, again, might have some sort of decision they need to make. I'm not going to necessarily talk about the zodiac signs because it could be anything, but Libra is pretty strong here. The decision maker. Cancer is also strong. They're pretty determined. There's something that they have to do, and they want to come out of that coldness with you. They want you to be part of this decision. They see you as their partner. I don't want to say partner in crime because that has certain implications, but if this is like a sister, brother, close friendship, or a partnership, a romantic partnership, you guys were very close or are very close. I could even see blended family, blended friend group. It seems like there are a lot of people that you share together, a lot of things that you share together. And that closeness and that community that you guys have, this person is thinking about that. They're not thinking about their anger. Like, based on these cards, I don't see resentment, anger, or anything like that. I think they're now in a space of, okay, whatever disagreement or situation that I'm in, I really want things to go back to us being close again, us being on good terms, us being practical and moving forward and doing things together. So if you guys are not in communication right now, you will be very soon. They're going to contact you. And these queens are looking at each other, okay? So I mentioned before that, you know, masculine and feminine energy is what it is. This isn't about a male or a female. And I do see a lot of feminine energy here. This looks like either two sisters or two female friends who might have had a falling out. You guys are looking at each other. You guys miss each other. You can see right now things are not moving forward, moving ahead. I mean, the closeness is like pretty astonishing. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you said, yeah, this is my sister, my mother, a very close friend, or a relationship where you two are just, you do everything together. They want that back if you're not in that space. They are not so mad at you. I can't even say that they're mad at you. They're not mad at you. They just feel like, okay, there's something between us. I want to get rid of that. I want to talk. I want pile 3 back. I want that closeness back. That's what's on their mind right now. That's what they're feeling. That's what they're thinking. They are not mad at you. They're actually quite sad. They're quite sad about the situation or whatever is going on between you two. No, they miss you. They miss you. They want to move forward with you, but they think they can't. They want to know, how can we get back together? How can we make this work? How can we, I wouldn't say necessarily put it behind us, because this person is very practical. They feel like this, whatever had happened between you two, this situation does need to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed in a practical way. Again, a decision needs to be made. Now, this is very pentacle heavy. I don't want to stereotype the pentacles as money. However, I can't ignore the fact that this is very, very suggestive of assets, of money. Perhaps this is a business that you two have together, that now they're thinking, okay, well, how do we move forward with the business? How do we move forward with the home, with these assets? We were in the middle of selling something, or we were in the middle of purchasing something. That could be for some of you, but overall, I like to think of the pentacles as just somebody who's very practical. So this person has practical concerns. They're not emotional in terms of, oh, they're mad at me and they don't want to talk to me. That's not the feeling here. The feeling here is more, I really want pile 3 back. I want pile 3 to talk to me again. I want things to, and if we are talking, I want things to be on better terms, like they were. Again, I see you two being very close, sharing a lot of things, and that's just the theme that is here and what they want back. So let me get a couple more clarifiers for you. Okay, wow. Oh gosh, these are the same cards. So yeah, and they're very disappointed and sad more than anything. They are not mad at you. They feel like their stability has been sort of turned upside down. They feel like they have to defend themselves. But there's no resentment, there's no anger, there's no anything like that. If there's any emotion behind this, there's a disappointment and a sadness. And they definitely want to talk to you if they're not already making that communication with you. So they could be speaking to you and you think, oh, they're a little bit off. Are they mad at me? No, they're not mad at you. They're not thrilled about the situation, or they have this decision that they have to make that's weighing on their minds. They're a little bit disappointed. But in terms of how they feel about you, no, they want closeness back. They're sad without you. They're sad if they don't have that closeness with you. And they don't really want to feel like they have to defend themselves. They don't want to feel this way. They just want to talk and get things moving. So yeah, I'm happy to say I don't see that this person is mad at you. And I think that's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope that gave you some clarity and was the answer you were looking for. If you could give me some context, I would appreciate it. Just let me know what's going on in the comments. Is there money exchange here? Is there something about a business? Because it was very pentacle heavy in your group, but again, I try not to stereotype the pentacles into being just about money, but it's very suggestive. So I would be very interested to know if your situation lends itself to a decision, especially if it's about money. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Best of luck to you, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. The question we're asking today is, are they mad at me? And you chose the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. It's really interesting because the last 3 piles had a similar vibe to this one. And to me, when I see this, I see someone who is very stubborn, holding on to what they had, whether they're emotion, anger, resentment, but it's in reverse. So this person is starting to let that go. They're starting to come out of that energy. And what's interesting is that all the piles before you had a similar vibe where the person was starting to come out of the emotion of anger and it was not directed towards them. So based on this card alone, I can see that a little bit of that coldness and that smugness is starting to thaw. They're starting to come out of that energy. And we're going to see what else we can see here with the tarot cards. Okay, these are very nice cards in the context of what we're talking about. This person really wants to come forward with an apology. We had a couple other piles that were similar. This person really wants to work on this friendship, relationship, partnership, whatever it is. And I mentioned in the other piles as well. This could be a romantic relationship. This can be a friendship. This can be mother-daughter, brother-sister, so family. Any sort of partnership. This isn't just romantic, but this person is starting to come out of that stubborn energy. They might be a stubborn person, and they're starting to realize, okay, all right, it's time to stop this. They've deliberated long enough, and in their deliberation, they realize perhaps they were being a little bit foolish. They need to come forward, and what they're realizing is, I do want to work on this. Like hard in terms of like, I'm going to work on this friendship, relationship, partnership as hard as I need to. I'm willing to work. And this is coming somewhat quickly. I'm not saying that it's going to be tomorrow, but I'm also not saying it's in 3 months, right? So this person will start, if they haven't already spoken to you, they're going to come towards you, definitely. And I do feel that they will come either with an apology or with some sort of offer or some sort of friendly token of communication. Wow. Eight of Pentacles again, this time in reverse. That energy of wanting to work on the relationship is there. They don't know how. They don't know what to do. They don't know if you want them to do that. They don't know if they can. But there's very strong energy of them wanting to work on this, discuss this, share with you the insight that they've gotten. Here, the Hermit has reflected a lot. They spent some time alone about it, thought about the situation. Perhaps they realized, okay, I was wrong. I was being hot-headed. I was letting my anger or my temper get the better of me. There's fire here, and they're locking that fire, okay? Here again is also fire, but reversed. So they're saying to themselves, perhaps I was out of line getting angry about this situation. They're no longer angry at you. I don't see anger towards you. They're not upset with you. They just want to make things work. So they are worried that perhaps they said and did things in this situation where you would want to walk away from them, where you want to end the relationship or friendship or partnership, and you want to cut communication. You think it's toxic and you want to leave. This is what they're worried about. They don't think they were being fair or noble to you. They do understand that they had a temper. They showed a side of themselves that perhaps they didn't want to. I do feel like they're a little bit embarrassed about it, and they kind of want to sweep it under the rug. When they come with an apology, I don't think they necessarily want to address why they're apologizing or what they did specifically. You know how sometimes people will come and say, okay, I'm sorry, can we just move on? And if you were to ask them, what are you sorry about? They just kind of stare at you, or they don't want to say it. They don't want to have to verbalize, okay, well, I was very short with you, I had a very bad temper, or you saw a side of me that was very embarrassing. They don't want to talk about that. What they want to do is just move forward. Oh my goodness. You two are a wonderful pair. If this is a relationship, this is just so precious. This is just a precious King and Queen of Cups. If you are brother, sister, again, such a precious energy of like two people who are almost soulmates, really connected, and especially with the gentleness of the cups, both upright. And perhaps you are actually mad at them more than they are at you, because one royal element is looking away. This royal element is looking forward. And again, I don't want to say, oh, queen and king, you are the queen and he's the king. This is just energy, right? So this could be two sisters, mother, daughter. This could be two co-workers who are just really in sync. They want to come out of that hermit energy. And hermit energy is somebody who sits and thinks alone, reflects, and realizes, you know, the hermit is looking in this direction. This is them. They realize that they were kind of the problem here, okay, which is why they're so willing to come with an apology. Now, they might not want to, you know, dwell on why they're apologizing, but they definitely recognize they were kind of the problem, okay? It might have been their temper. It might have been something they said. Are they still mad at you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They are not mad at you. In fact, they might think you're mad at them. They're worried about that. All right, let me pull some clarifiers. are quite sad about the situation. Now, I don't know if they have stopped talking to you or you stopped talking to them, but perhaps they're not saying anything just yet. They haven't brought it up if you guys are still talking, or if you're not talking, they haven't come forward yet, which they will eventually, and sooner than you might think, okay? They are pretty sad about how things, I don't want to say ended because I don't see an ending here. I do see the Death card, but I think it's more their fear that you won't talk to them, or you're done with them, or you're so mad at them that it's over. They want to put the burden of this situation down. And whatever they said to you, they want to, okay, I didn't mean it. I want to put that away. I said that when I was angry. Let's just please move on. They want to be back on friendly terms with you. They want to celebrate with you. They want to clang the cups with you. They just want good times. They want to start afresh. They want to start anew. They want a new beginning with you. If this is a relationship, this is just absolutely, please, let's just get back together. I miss you. I love what we have. We're perfect for each other. Can we please just move on? And I think this is really a beautiful ending to this reading. I have to say, if you were drawn to any of the other piles, it's the same message. It really is, and I'm very happy to give that to you and to everyone watching. So I think that's all I have for you, Pile 4. This is a very beautiful reading, very positive. No, they're not mad at you. I'm happy to say that. I hope that's what you were looking for. Yeah, so if you could give me some context to the situation, I'd really appreciate it. That actually helps me get a little bit more clarity in my readings. Otherwise, if not, then I'll catch you on the next one. Best of luck to you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.